And we're just loading back up here after beating 1-2. I'm probably going to raise my vitality a bit since it's still at 8. Probably try to raise my strength a little bit more, and that's about it, nothing special. And then we'll see about going to 4-1 to get some very important items that we will be using for a while. Deposit some things.
Okay.
Always got to keep your item burden low. I don't even remember what is better, silver or wooden catalyst. Apparently the wooden catalyst is better, has better spell assist, so we'll be using that. I could have made that Tower Knight boss battle even faster if I had, checked that when I first picked it up, but again, probably not really a big deal. Fragrant Ring and Cling Ring will do. I mean, Thief Ring, sorry. I'm not even going to bother repairing. Where is the Maiden in Black? She's right there. Consume these. Okay. Let's see, raise my vitality a bit. And my strength. Should be good. Now we're going to go to 4-1. 4-1, I'll admit, it can be troublesome early in the game, because if you're new and, you're not all that great in combat yet, the skeletons can give you a hard time. I'm pretty sure I'll be okay, since well, actually, it could be troublesome until I get the Crescent Falchion. We'll test things out on the first skeleton, and I might want to use Soul Arrow, because I believe you need crushing melee attacks to efficiently hurt them, like, the best way, and I do not have that. I believe I'm doing slashing, we'll see. But as long as we're careful, we should be fine. Just make sure to aggro one at a time. Thief Ring is always good. Let's see how we do. So he's going to come at me. And that's an attack you gotta watch out for. I just dodged it. Yeah, I'm doing very, very pathetic damage. I'm gonna back away now. I'll just block it, or let him do that. So yeah, I'm gonna try and use Soul Arrow because I'm doing very, very bad damage. So this is a part where a new player might have trouble, until we get that key Crescent Falchion +1. Once we get that, we'll be fine, because that does a lot of damage as it is, and it scales with magic, which we raised quite a bit. So all we're doing is trying to get to that. And I wanted that to be a backstab, but... And you have to be very careful switching to your catalyst, because they attack quickly, and if you don't have your sword out at the right time, you could catch yourself in trouble. So yeah, we're having a little trouble here. You gotta be careful with these guys. Just, watch out for their that strong lunge. Just don't try to block that. Try to get out of the way of it. Keep your shield up so that, they're rolling. They don't just roll into you and do a ton of damage. This is where it can be troublesome. I'm going to ignore the archer for now, which can be troublesome because his attacks track you. But if you attack him, there's a chance you'll attack attention from the guys up there. So we'll want to kill this guy first, while dodging the arrows. So I'm going to go for a backstab. And now I can hit him with Soul Arrow for free. And now he's almost dead. That's our plan. That's like what we want to do. Get a backstab, do Soul Arrow, and then we can pretty much only have to worry about hitting them one more time. Now we will get the archer, who funnily enough a lot of times will immediately roll off the cliff after being attacked. Yes, just like that. I like that. Now we'll just try to lure one more out, and take care of them by one at a time. That's an attack you have to watch out for, but just dodge it, get the backstab, hit him with Soul Arrow, and then just back away and just get one more hit. Try not to get, half forced to block so many rolling strikes. And now we do that with one more. Get the backstab. Go to Soul Arrow. Now we only have to hit him like one more time. And he kind of faked me out there, but not a big deal. You see, it's not, you know, not too difficult. Just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful. Now, we will encounter a dual katana skeleton soon. I don't advise fighting him until you get the Crescent Falchion because we'll be doing pathetic damage, and I will show you how you can just avoid him until you get that item. And a Talisman of God is very handy. That you need that to use miracles, which we'll eventually want to do. So for now, I'll go through here. You actually don't even need to block these things. You can easily just get past them. And this is where you encounter him. We have the Thief Ring on, so be very, take it slow, take it slow. It's behind him, I believe. So what we want to do is, I will target him, hit him. See, it does like no damage. And that's our most powerful attack at this point. Now, wait for him to come. He's going to do that move. You can just walk towards him like you would any other enemy. Get the Crescent Falchion, just drop down for now. Equip it. Watch how much our damage goes up. Look at that. Just look at those numbers. Don't those numbers look great? So we're going to equip that, and now we will fight him. But I will admit, even with this weapon, he can be troublesome. That lunge attack he tried to hit me with will do tons of damage, probably kill us outright. See, that's why you have to know how to dodge it. You don't be scared of it. If you stay back, it will hit you. You just approach him with your shield up, going to the side like you would any other enemy you've done at this point in the game. Unless he does that, but that can be blocked. Now we're doing a lot better damage. A lot better. If we still had like half the damage that we had before, we'd be in so much trouble. And he's going to do his little fancy attacks, but we're okay. We raised our vitality before this for a reason, and we've killed him. Shard of Bladestone, now let's heal. Now these skeletons we're about to, we're going to keep fighting, aren't going to be nearly as bothersome now that we have this weapon. We do so much more damage. So much more. So I'm going to take care of these guys. Look at that. Look at that damage. We're fine now. All we had to do was tough it out until we got that. I didn't want to fall off the cliff, but the other guy did. Now there actually is a shortcut here, where if you roll from like here onto the wall in front of us, you can get over that wall, land on the ground on the outside, and skip the entire level. I'm not going to do that since, the point of this is to show you how to, take care of the levels and do the game. That would be more for an advanced player, so we're going to ignore that. Pretend it doesn't exist. So let's continue. Continuing. I'm gonna go this way. Now you do have to be careful in these upcoming areas because fighting the skeletons in these very short corridors can be very, very, very troublesome. Like you can't really just walk around them, so you got to be, more defensive. But since we have a better weapon and we can kill them so much faster, we don't rely on getting that backstab anymore. It's not like the end of the world if we don't get a backstab. But that can be troublesome. So just kill him as quick as you can because there are multiples around here. Even with this weapon, we don't want to fight, more skeletons than we have to at one time. Still want to be careful. And that was a pretty good dodge, I'll say that. And you can just R1 attack them really because you can kill them so quickly. And the main reason we want to get this weapon right now is because World 2's enemies are weak to magic, and this weapon deals magic damage. It will make that world so much easier. And this is mostly the reason for this character right here is to get colorless demon souls. Certain items will allow you to get colorless demon souls for them. We're not really going to worry about that right now since we don't have anything we need those for. And it's not a huge deal. It is if you're like trying to be a perfectionist and get like a lot of weapons like flawless, +5 and stuff like that. But for right now, I'm not going to bore you with that. It's not really anything huge. But we do really want this bow. This compound longbow can be is pretty much the best bow in the game because you can turn it into a sticky bow +5, which is the best bow ever. And you'll probably want to do that eventually. It's helpful for pretty much any character. We won't worry about that right now, though. It's not a big deal. But you definitely want to pick that up. Definitely do it. So we'll continue. And this part can be trouble, because there's multiples of them. I'm going to try and kill him. There, before. See, this is why you always want the thief ring on, because if I didn't have the thief ring, I would probably get attacked by 2 guys right there. He probably would have charged me, and I probably would have been in deep trouble, and I did not dodge that. But thankfully it didn't do that much damage. Raising our vitality a bit has paid off. I'm probably not going to worry about raising it too much for a while. It's at a decent amount, I'd say. It's not like huge, but you don't need, again, damage is more important than vitality. I don't remember if there's anything specific you want. You can buy grass from him, which is always good, I guess. Fresh spice. Cloudstone. So yeah, it's always good. You might as well find him. He has wooden arrows, which are good. Wait, no they're not. No, they're not. Screw that. Heavy arrows is what you want. You can get those from the hyena. I forget his full name now, so unfortunately. He'll come to me, I'm sure. And now we have encountered him again. Well, remember how we beat him before? Same strategy. The only difference now is that, yeah, those arrows can come down and hit you, which can cause a lot of problems. But, again, as long as you're patient... Ow, those are really hurting. So I'm going to heal while he does his dumb attack. Normally the thief ring prevents, you know, those guys from attacking so much, but apparently they really hate me, so... He keeps doing that attack, and I cause bleeding status, which is great. I love that he keeps doing that move. And you can dodge those arrows, the flying mana rays that attack you by listening and hearing their call, and then just make sure you're constantly moving until you see the attack miss. Easy peasy. Ow. And now we have 2 Vanguard souls. I'm gonna get all the items in here. There's a lot of good stuff. A lot of souls, special weapons, Kaliji. And if you want, you can try to pick up some of the mana rays here for more souls. I'm not going to bother with it since I find that very annoying, as they love to just fly in annoying patterns. And if you have the thief ring on, like you should all the time, they won't attack you nearly as much, which is great, because they are the most troublesome thing with this level. Once you figure out how to beat the skeletons and do decent damage, they're not too much of a problem. The problem is when you're fighting the skeletons on a ledge where you could easily fall off and die, and the mana rays are shooting at you at the most inconvenient times. That's when it's a problem.